Hi everybody, how's it going? This is Stargate. This is season 1. This is episode number 7. This episode is called Cold Lazarus. So last episode was an interesting one because we went through the Stargate and found ourselves on this planet where there was this radiation issue, and prior Stargate team had been there prior to SG-1 going, and the leader of that Stargate team had basically took it upon himself to be this godlike figure and was working the people on this planet to death, basically trying to get them to build a temple. He was also killing his own soldiers because they weren't buying into everything that was happening. And it was an interesting one to see that there are other teams going through the Stargate and not just SG-1, and it seemed like they seem to have been there for quite a while, so it makes me wonder what the kind of time jump is like in this. There seems to be a period of time that's occurred that between episodes and we've not seen it, and it was interesting because we saw how affected this guy had become by this planet, by the adoration of the people there and the radiation, and knowing that the Goa'uld had these two devices which would then create like this dome-like protective bubble so that they could be okay and live there without that exposure of the radiation was interesting, because we have seen in the lead up to that episode, every time we've gone through the Stargate, we've been looked upon by gods, because that's how the Goa'uld have been looked upon in the past as well. So it's going to be interesting with this one being called Lazarus. I feel like we're going down quite a biblical route lately. I'm going to get straight on into this. Let's go.
Colonel O'Neill.
By the sea?
What do we got here, Teal'c?
I do not know.
Not by the sea.
Wow.
Now let's spread out and take a look.
Oh!
Crystals.
Metabolus
Not
3?
volcanic. I don't see any that aren't broken.
Which is strange.
These pieces might fit together.
Fit together into
Oh,
what?
Looks like they've been blasted apart by something.
That's probably why it's probably bad.
It's damaged.
I don't see any other whole ones, do you?
I don't like this.
Teal'c.
What? Holy shit. How did Teal'c not see that?
Where's the Colonel? Colonel!
Oh no.
Welcome back, SG-1. Debriefing will commence at 0900.
What is he?
We didn't find any unbroken crystals, but we have this one and pieces of a few larger ones back in decon right now.
Flag this one, Colonel.
SG-1 is on stand down until your next mission comes up.
Oh,
Dismissed.
he's not even like speaking. Maybe he can't. Cigars? Oh. This is the first time we've seen any kind of mention of his son since the first episode, I think.
You have a family.
Yes.
I'm an auntie myself. My brother moved to San Diego, so I don't get to see him much.
Oh, they don't
There's
know.
2 kids now, boy and a girl. Miss them like hell. Don't get there near enough. I can see you feel the same way.
Goodbye, Sam.
Goodbye. Odd thing to say.
Jack seems very focused.
Yeah. He was looking at pictures of his family. He must be in a hurry to get home. I didn't even know he was married.
Oh, he isn't.
Oh,
He was, but they separated after his son
died.
died.
All right, what do we have here?
Passed all the decontamination protocols, but I noticed it's got a low-level EM field you should check out. Either that or my fridge magnets fell off the wall by themselves.
Oh, hell on earth, we've gone into
Electromagnetic energy.
Joyce Byers territory there. Panic when the magnets fall off.
So, tell me more about the Colonel. What happened to his son?
Charlie accidentally killed himself with Jack's personal gun.
Oh, God. That's horrible.
Jack never forgave himself. He holed up and turned his back on the world for
A long time.
a long time.
Look at this. See the edge of this crystal here? How it's glassy, like it's been melted?
Can you tell what did it?
Well, apparently there was an
Maybe
explosion.
it might shed a little light on what the significance of the pit was and who put them there.
I think I've seen a cut like this before. Here, in this facility.
Hello, Sarah.
Been there long?
Yes.
Could have said something.
Come on, Andy. Teal'c, we need your help.
Your world is a strange place.
How's yours?
Listen, we need to stop by the and sign out your staff weapon.
Are we being deployed?
No, it's okay. Come on.
We're doing an experiment. I want to know how he's got all of
look,
these
no, please
memories. It's like they've made a duplicate somehow.
Is Charlie about ready?
Yeah, he was running around here a few minutes ago.
Oh, shit. Makes you wonder where he kept the gun. Why was it loaded? Daniel in his gloves.
Here's a good one.
What's going on in there?
You received permission for me to fire my staff weapon in the gate room?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, I noticed that the glassy edge where the crystal was melted looked a lot like the walls of the gate room after Apophis and his serpent guards came and shot up the place. Now, take a look at this.
Oh.
We did a complete study trying to figure out what they used. I kept a few pieces, and that gave me the idea. Now, I'm telling the computer to build a simulation model. We should see if the energy signatures are the same or not. Matches up.
It was Goa'uld technology that destroyed the crystals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say a whole mess of the staff weapons did it.
Why? I'm starting to think that the crystal's only like duplicated Jack
What is a Stanford?
in a certain way.
Inside of it?
I don't think that was there before.
It is a face.
Dr. Teal'c! Yeah. It was me. It was me.
Yeah.
Us. Oh my God.
What are you guys doing leaving without me?
Shit.
What's with all the ordnance? Who are you? What do you mean, who am I?
I thought if I could bring Charlie back through the Stargate. I could
Just shut
fix
up
it.
about that, would you? Charlie is gone, Jack.
What does he mean? Through bring him back
We
to
should be
life?
talking about us and what happened and not. Jack?
My God.
Well, the evidence says he's Colonel Jack O'Neill.
Thank you, Doctor. Then how do you explain the other one?
What other one?
There you go. That is you.
Okay, so that's not possible. I didn't come back with you guys.
What the hell is that thing?
The EM energy in the one intact crystal we brought back from P3X562 may hold the key to this.
Explain.
The electromagnetic energy in the crystal has the ability to mimic things. Now, what if the other O'Neill is energy just like the thing Daniel and I found in the crystal, only a more powerful, more evolved form of it? One powerful enough to copy a whole person, not just faces.
Is that what we're looking at?
But it seems to have a
Could be.
limited life. I wonder how much man exhibiting lightning costs at a US hospital. I mean, admittance alone is probably quite expensive.
We brought him.
Yes, it is.
He died here.
Yes, he did. Jack, what's happening to you?
I have to get to the Stargate.
Yes.
Can we do that?
Radiation's low enough, we should be all right.
Shit. Hi.
You have come to destroy me. Your deepest pain was not the physical injury I had caused.
No.
Your pain comes from an empty place in your heart.
Oh.
Charlie once was.
God, imagine all this coming out like in front of your
I
co-workers.
thought if I could bring Charlie to you, it would make you well. I did not understand. I could not bring Charlie to you. Charlie's gone. No. He's in here.
What like an innocent thing for them to do. Like, shit.
Charlie?
No. That would have been really cool for the kid though, to like be in this.
Keep the lights on.
This was nothing like I actually expected it to be. I was really intrigued by these crystals when we got onto the planet's surface, and knowing they were there, and when Daniel and Sam were like, oh, this looks like this piece would fit to this piece and that piece would fit to that piece, I was like, oh shit, what was this thing? Like, what did it build? But then learning that it was like a civilization and they were like energy based and they could become like you was cool. Never expected that. I loved the effects that they put on for the crystals so that you could see Daniel's face and Sam's face, and then when it started to speak, I loved that. That was such a clever way of doing like a story where you had a duplicate of a character, because most shows of this time tended to have an episode where there was like doppelgangers, but this one was quite an interesting way to do it. And knowing that because they'd accidentally hurt Jack when he touched the original crystal, they wanted to apologize by healing him, but they couldn't heal him because he had no physical injury. He just had kind of a more emotional injury, and that emotion was the loss of his son. And knowing that the energy in Jack's form going to visit his ex-wife and wanting to see Charlie, realizing Charlie was no longer there physically, and then, you know, real Jack coming back through the Stargate and being like, what's going on? What's happened? Why did you leave me behind? And then knowing that because he couldn't heal Jack emotionally, he basically couldn't help him in the way that he wanted to. And him saying to Jack, look, I'm an energy, I can take your form, for him then to take Charlie's form so that he could give some form of closure to both Jack and Sarah was interesting. I thought it was really sweet. Seeing Doppelganger Jack basically going to Sarah's and saying things to her that I think Jack probably wasn't at a place to say in terms of like why he left. I don't think the Jack we know could have done that. I don't think he was in the right place, the right state of mind to do that. So because this doppelganger Jack went and did that, he kind of did that for Jack, and that was probably part of the healing of the pain that Jack had as well, that the doppelganger wanted to fix. So it was an interesting thing. I never expected this in the slightest, but I enjoyed it. It was such a surprise, actually. It'll be interesting to see what happens moving forward, because this kind of signaled that there was clearly an end between Jack and Sarah when she said goodbye to him. So it's going to be an interesting one. I will see you guys later. Thank you.